Hi guys, alright, so this is going to be in addition to, you'll get two videos, so I'll try to post this one actually tonight. We'll see it tomorrow morning, and I'll do my update. But I didn't want to include about my amnio because that would make the video way too long. So I just wanted to talk about it here. I've gotten a couple people that have asked because, bumps along the way, Missy, it's the Harmony blood testing done. And somebody put, well, I don't get why you're risking a miscarriage and not just having this blood test done. That really doesn't test for what they wanted to test me for. Yes, when they were doing the amnio, they also did for Down syndrome and that, because they said it's just, they do it all. It doesn't make sense to not do everything while they're there. Or while they have the fluid, it doesn't make sense, and I had to agree, it doesn't make sense. And then some people put, why are they doing this before your anatomy scan? Well, here's the thing. My anatomy scan is for April 3rd. And the reason I had it done also at a different hospital than, because the hospital right down the road from me can do it. And the reason the high-risk doctor wanted it done at the big hospital was because he was hoping to be able to avoid it. Because when I went in, the techs, started doing the ultrasound, which I'm like, okay, well, I know I had prepared for that they have to do an ultrasound first because they like to know where the baby is, and they keep doing the ultrasound while they do it, but they wanted to see, I figured, okay, this is a really long time. Because the day before, on Thursday, I had a doctor's appointment where he himself checked the baby's heart rate. We checked the baby's heart rate. We checked the fluid level. What else did he check? Oh, he looked to try to see the back of the head again. And baby's way too wiggly. Even when they would freeze it, it would cause like a shadow effect. And he said, they could tell that all the two sides of brains are developing great, but it's the back of the head that they can't see. Sorry, I was just a little tired. So, the high-risk doctor, sent me up there to do it, and so the tech was doing it, and she was there for a while, and I'm like, are you guys doing anatomy type of scan? She said no. She's like, I'm trying to see the back of the head, because she's like, your doctor asked if they could see the back of the head to cancel the amnio. I'm like, okay. I said, even though the tube will defect, and she said, yeah, because she said he doesn't really believe the blood work. He's thinking that the blood work is fine, but he said with what the results that they got and the blood work and what happened with my brother, he wasn't comfortable just settling on, well, we'll just wait for the anatomy scan, or we'll wait until you're 35 weeks. So because like she said, that if that's the only thing that they're concerned with is the back of the head, then that, an ultrasound, instead of doing an area where where we would, an amnio, we'd be, possibly risking the baby, which the baby's doing good. We saw the doctor again today, and everything looks fine. And he said typically they would see it pretty quickly after an amnio. He said, doesn't mean it doesn't. But he was very confident, and he told me to just, stay that confident that everything's fine. So I'm okay with that. I am so sorry. I'm so tired. So I went in, they did it. They told me to relax. And the high risk doctor put on the notes about the car accident in my left hip. And so the doctor came in and he's like, we're gonna have you kind of lean, kind of funny. And I'm like, okay. He's like, because we want to really, because you have the placenta previa, so he's like, sometimes the placenta will kind of, be a cushion, and he's like, your placenta, the baby can really go between the two sides really easily. He said, so he had me kind of laying like funky where like I was on my left side, but not really. But that way, the baby would really pretty much stay on the left side. The baby pretty much did, and they, put it in, which the needle, like, to me felt like it was like 10 yards long. It was just so freaking huge. I was like, yeah. And they don't put it all, but it's so scary seeing this huge needle. It's the biggest needle I've ever seen in my life. Very thin though, but so they took the fluid that they needed. They put a piece of gauze over it, and I get to take it off tomorrow, but they just want so that way I can get an infection. I can't shower until tomorrow either. I can't. They want me to really keep it, just leave it alone, basically is what they said. Leave it alone. So I was on bed rest all day yesterday, this morning, and then I got off of bed rest today. I was able to do a little bit today, and they said, do a little bit tomorrow, and then I should be fine to go back to work Monday. Which has been very good for the placenta previa, because now the bleeding is completely stopped. So hopefully, with all this rest, it will, completely stop altogether. I'd like that. It'd be nice, but probably not. And I know people have asked, when are we going to get the results? We are not getting the results until April 9th, when I have my doctor's appointment. And let me tell you, the results can be in, they said it's anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. And when I said, oh, no, I'm not getting the results until the 9th anyways. And she's like, that's a little odd. I said, no, actually, I told my doctor, either way, I didn't want to know until my appointment. That way I'm not sitting at my phone waiting for it to ring and, missing their call and getting all upset. To me, it just made more sense to kind of go, nope, I don't need to know, right now. So yeah, I will have the results on the 9th. The only way they are going to call me is if there's something really wrong with my results, and like that the baby more than likely will not make it to the appointment on the 9th. Which the nurse said, okay, that's a little strange, but I said that's the only reason I want to be called, is that the baby is going to not make it. So, but other than that, we are doing great. I'm still really sore because they told me to relax, but I tensed up, so a little sore. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow for my 18-week update. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.